Hey guys, this is Poetspice and I am here to do this episode of the Paper Dolls for Poet Collab, where we are taking our dies, where you have to piece them together to create your little image or your embellishment and produce little fun stuff. You don't have to do a whole project, you could just put the little piece together. So here we go with this week's. Y'all know I love my Elizabeth Craft design. Good. Oh. And so, I also love Christmas. So I pulled my little reindeer out, and I have this one that I've used. I also like the little farms that they have. So I have the cow, and I have the little piggy, and I have a moose. So I used those four. And we'll just go ahead and show you. I put them together. I didn't do any much shading. So once I actually use them, that's probably when I'll do shading. So I did two moosies. Aren't they cute? They're so adorable. And once again, I gave this tip in a previous video, so I'm going to do it again in this one, just in case you didn't see that video. But you might want to go back and look at them because you just never know. Anyway. If you've been crafting any amount of time, you probably have a ton of card blanks and envelopes. Well, I happen to have this one from Tonic. It was craft. Okay. And I like craft card. And so I thought it would be fun because I wanted to use this up. So I've made cards, but I also wanted to use this up, and since I was doing gingerbread, got your little colors here. So if you have these packs that have these cards, don't forget, you don't need to just use them as cards. Take your packs that you have and die cut them. So take them and die cut them. Or, you know, cut them and make little tags or whatever. And then you could do the same thing with the envelopes. The envelopes usually obviously aren't as thick, but then you could do the same thing. You could take these, and I've used them to do layers. So if I wanted to layer stuff up, I do. You can use this paper besides just as a card blank, and that will help you use up your stash as well. So that's what I did with these, and you'll notice that it's two different colors. So this is one side, and then this is the other. So if you have craft paper, you'll notice that one side is lighter or darker. And so I just flipped it, and then I did do shading on this one because I used my markers to make the really dark pieces. But otherwise, it's just those two colors. And here you can see it even better. So you can see I just flipped it over. So don't forget that. Use your supplies. All right, then I did the little piggies. And once again, you can see that they're mixed up. I just used paper in my stash that was a little bit pink, and I actually believe this is Crafter's Companion paper, so you can see it's two patterns. So once again, another tip, here's a pink that had a pattern, and this is so not. I mean, it had chandeliers and foiling on it, but these are pieces that didn't, so I just cut them, right? And so there you go. And I only have a little bit in their nose, but then I would go and that later. And then they have little mud pits, so I cut out the little mud pits so they would sit like this in the mud. So you could have two sitting in the mud, you could have one per. So they're little mud pit. So I made little white brown cows. Now, as I said, you see all these little brown pieces, those are from those cards, because I'm like, they're here. I couldn't get to my actual 8.5 by 11 craft paper. I ain't even gonna show you what my craft room looks like. You'd be like, what the freak? Yes. So then here's some little pieces that I had, some silver paper and some, actually that's a not too shabby page. All right. So how cute are they? Little cuteness. And then these were like white scraps I had. So that's the other thing about putting little things together. They don't take a lot when they're little. All right, so then here's the reindeer. You have the wreath, and so I cut out the wreath, and you've got the little bows, and then they have the little pieces you could put on for baubles. And of course you could use Nouveau drops, like I have some Nouveau drops here. You could use obviously I wouldn't use this color, but you know, you could do that. So I left one off of the reindeer just so you could see it. And then here's the reindeer without the wreath. And then what you have to do, if you have this die, see, like its head is too big. So what you have to do is you have to put this on its neck. See, it won't go through. You have to put it on its neck before you put the top part of its head, and then you'll have it. So there's, and I darkened his eye, put one little eyelash on each one, although that kind of makes him mean, but whatever. And then here are the other two with their little wreath on. So you see what I mean as far as what they look like. So you have to put the wreath on behind it. It also helps stabilize it because this little piece is really tiny. And so when you put the wreath on it, it gives you more space to glue it down. But there's my little reindeer. How cute. So I got 3 little reindeer. Two little cows. Some little piggies in their mud. And a moose. I love playing with these things. It's so freaking fun. Alright, thanks for watching. Go check out the other ladies. And if you want to play along, just go ahead and use the hashtag. See you guys later. Bye.